mobile phone users 1. It means everybody, no? Everybody. 1.24 billion is similar to population. And of course, some people have 2 mobile phones, so not all of those, but 1.24 billion is very tremendous figures. And internet users 600 million, and SNS users also are another 600 million, and Weibo 300 million, the same as population in the United States. WeChat is 600 million. WeChat 600 million. And the next video is Soho president interview. She said something very, she speak about they are very self-confident.
Thank you very much indeed for coming in this morning.
She is president.
Shares are rising yesterday and today. Earnings beat forecast rising 32%. But the questions right now are behind strategy, because we've had one comment, in fact, Samson Man at CNB, he has a buy on the stock. He's concerned about the outlook as strategy of holding more assets is not very clear.
I think that the strategy is very clear. We've made a decision from selling to holding. So we're very committed to holding. We hold over 2 million square meter office portfolio. A large part of that's still under construction. The confusion came because we sold 2 projects in Shanghai earlier, I think a week ago. And don't take it as that we're not committed to the build and hold, just because we wanted more liquidity, because China is facing a credit crunch. Having liquidity is important, so we decided to sell 2 non-core assets.
What about looking abroad?
We're not doing it. No.
Say, for example, Australia. Chinese investors are the biggest holders of Australian property right now.
She said we don't go outside. Only China focus on Chinese market. But she is the president of this SOFA. Okay, one of the largest SNS marketing company. Okay. Next one is social media marketing. Another one, the left side slide is shows. You can, the blue one is shows internet. The last one, the green one, internet is increased. Right? Green. This one TV, this one internet. And right side is, you can see this one. This is paid search. It means internet one click on how much money it pay, paid search.
Yes.
And this one. This e-commerce market.
Social media groups.
Yeah, what is this? I can't remember what it is. I can't remember what it is. It's a long one. Oh, this is a long one. So just okay, 1 minute.
The thesis today is that 2 of the most powerful business trends in the world today are the rise of e-commerce.
This is how U.S. brand can win
the rise of the Chinese
in China
consumer.
e-commerce. It's an American company.
I think most people would readily
American
accept the first, and I
This
think
is
the first point about the importance of e-commerce and
You can see the red one, U.S. China Institute. So he is explaining for American, Chinese American, China American, from my family, Los Angeles, Chinese American. He's a lot of people dealing business with mainland China. They are American product, American brand selling to China, and using e-commerce and everything. Everybody. Yeah. Because they can speak Chinese.
is a pretty thoroughly accepted practice now. 10 years ago, maybe not so much. I think the China point is increasingly accepted, but people's ability to act on it is somewhat limited, or can be limited,
Audience
because
is Chinese
of
American.
limited familiarity with China, and it can be intimidating if you haven't done business there, you haven't worked there. So we're going to talk about how these 2 trends fit together and what drives them. To my mind, there are. Can you hear me in the back? Because I can fit by the mic, but tell me in the back if I'm projecting. Okay, good. Then I'm going to move away from the mic. To my mind, there are 2 big drivers of these trends that we're going to talk about. The first is the law of large numbers, right? And oops, I have a social faux pas I need to correct. Also with me today is my colleague, Andrew Vaughn. Andrew's right here. Andrew is LA-based, so I hope I have a chance to chat with you afterwards. I know some people have to run out. If you do have to run out, get back to me, get a hold of Andrew later, and we can keep the discussion going. sorry, back to two big drivers of these trends. One is the law of large numbers. The law of large numbers just tells us that any
So America is a very big market selling product to China. Because in the States, how many overseas Chinese are living there? 3 million? 3 million people.
3 million.
Yeah, and Los Angeles, Washington, Seattle, and New York, and those people are very keen to dealing business with China. And maybe he doesn't show the audience, but the audience might be almost Chinese, overseas Chinese, Chinese American. But maybe Japanese do not understand whose audience. White people? No.
運ぶ会社なんですか、このエクスポートなんて。
この人はコンサルタントでしょ。
あ、コンサルタント。
e コマースのコンサルタントでしょ。どうやってその中国と商売するか。商売やってるわけじゃない。アクセンチャーみたいな人でしょ。And then just I told you before, this next one is exactly the social media outlet in China. The 10 biggest is, yeah. And I'm going to show you the largest Tencent. QQ is Asia's corporate client. This is just exact very hot video. This September. This is exactly now what's going on. It's very short. This Tencent.
Move over, China Mobile. There's a new top dog in Asian business. Social media giant Tencent is now officially the region's most valuable company, storming into an elite list of giants like Facebook, Amazon, and Apple in the global top 10. With a market cap of more than $260 billion, it's starting to eclipse traditional, well-known Asian brands like Samsung and Toyota. Now, Tencent is best known for its WeChat messaging app, which has more than 800 million users in China. But now it's looking to move beyond its home shores and break into the global entertainment business. At the heart of the push, mobile gaming. Just a few months ago, Tencent shelled out nearly $9 billion for Finnish game maker Supercell, the company behind Clash of Clans, and plans to start experimenting with augmented reality like Pokemon Go. It's also taken a controlling stake in China's leading music streaming company CMC, all geared towards boosting its explosive ad revenue, which shot up 60% in the second quarter. For all its success, Tencent is still valued at less than half of Apple and knows that if it ever wants to truly rival the big boys, it needs to push business far beyond just China. With its global ambitions, the company's success is also music to the ears of officials in Beijing, casting a much-needed light on a vibrant private economy over lumbering state-owned enterprises.
Okay, we have many YouTube, those, okay, 10 largest social media outlets. Then statistics. Statistics is left side is in 2014, the volume of social sharing in China went up by 65%, went up by 65%, is go up compared to last year. Compared to last year, they increased 65%. It's incredible. And QQ is a very huge amount. LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. In total of those is more than QQ is more than those. And so things. And this one, everybody, the Chinese spend average 90 minutes for social networking. And 88%
per day.
of Chinese social media users are active.
Least one social
Active
media.
chat, least one social media. 88% active chat. 58% of Chinese internet users are also using social network. 60% of Chinese Internet